Hello, this is Will again from GeneratorWallStreet.blogspot.com. I'm here to review my trades for April 11th, 2012. Well, the day started off really slow. I didn't really try to force too many trades. Again, I woke up just a little bit late and I wasn't as prepared as I should have been in the morning. But there was some opportunity, I thought at least, but some situations came up and couldn't take full advantage of it. So with that said, let's go to the charts. One of the first trades I was in Apkt. Initially, I wanted to get in on this pullback, but I was I was doing something else and I missed it. But this is a typical pullback play that I had where it's a strong stock that gaps up, pulls back here, pulls back again, and as you can see, it makes a really nice, well, from here, as you can see, it makes a really nice bull flag. So I thought maybe this is a chance to get in because I missed it here. So I got in within this area with a stop below that bottom trend line. Just a typical flag play after the after missing the pullback, and I got stopped out. So not really a big deal, but eventually it didn't really do much after that. This was really probably the only move that I could have got involved in, or of course this one too, but I missed that as well. Another trade I was in PGR. As you see, it gapped down, pulled back, and you can't tell here, but there was a seller at 51, and they kept selling, selling, selling. I saw him there, but I didn't short against it. I decided to wait for this little flag failure, and I shorted here. But as you can see, it started to trade back up. So momentarily, there was the guy who was selling was still selling for at least a little bit. So I got in a huge short position here because I know my risk was just 1 cent, but I got stopped out. Very little slippage, but I decided to try to give that a try, and who knows, it might have been able to have followed through all the way back down to the low of the day, or somewhere around there. So I thought it offered a pretty good risk versus reward scenario, but it just didn't play out. My last trade was in VMware, and this one was pretty upsetting, but for different reasons. So even though VMware gapped down off the open, it was really, really strong. Had a really strong opening drive, well, besides this, and continued to trade higher. So I noticed that there was a little flag here, and this would have been a really nice play if I were able to get in here, maybe sell near the top, sell near the this high, but I wasn't involved yet. But I had it on my radar, so I saw this triangle developing. So I was thinking this is another pullback opportunity, so I was getting my order ready. I actually bought small in here, and once it kind of ticked above, I kind of added a little bit more. Then I started noticing that there was a buyer at 107.50. He kept buying and buying and buying, kept buying and buying and buying. Oops. So I thought this was a really good opportunity to get big here and load up. So I maxed my buying power. I was averaged at 60 because of all the entries I bought around 70 and 60, so it was okay. So once buying kept continuing, and it traded to the 108s and kind of stalled. actually it did come back to the 51 right here, and yeah, I thought this had a chance to really go, but unfortunately I had something to do at work, so I couldn't do anything. I If I had been around, I mean, maybe I would have been able to get sales at 108s. I really don't know, but yeah, I was on the road. I was on the road here. By the time I got back to my desk, let's see what time did I get in. Yeah, I was on the road from I think it's from here on, and then I got to my desk around here, and I knew I had to get away from my desk, and I tried to take sales at 108s, but I was never filled, and eventually I had to leave, and I got stopped out. So I don't know. This could have been a big one. I mean, even if I only got to 108s, this is that's a 50 cent move with what, a 1 or 2 cent risk. That's 25 to 1 risk versus reward. So that would have been a great play if I was able to make these sales, but I didn't. So I ended up losing money. I'm not really. Oh, I am disappointed that I didn't make money today, but I mean, I was okay with the trades that I put on. I didn't really hate any of my entries. I had a reason for every trade, so I'm not gonna get too down on myself. But one thing I do need to consider is on my good days, or say on my average days, I make about a little under 300, maybe 200 something. And right now my daily stop out is 300. So it doesn't really make sense for me to have a $300 daily stop out when I don't even average $300 per winning day. So I want to kind of reduce the amount of money I lose each day to maybe increase the amount I'm able to take home. So for the time being, I'm gonna reduce my daily stop out to about 200, and we'll see how that goes from there. At some point, once I get rid of my long-term stocks that I've been holding, um, and really focus on my playbook and my weekly goals and things like that, and get into this routine where I would do my nightly planning and maybe make a video of things I'm preparing for the next night, just to make myself accountable to do this stuff. Because right now, doing this review is part of my daily routine, and I'm disciplined enough to follow it whenever I can, unless I'm sick or whatever. But that's besides the point. So if I can add a video of nightly charting, then maybe that's going to be part of my routine, and I'm doing that every day. And maybe I do something else in the morning before I trade to kind of prepare myself for the day, instead of just looking for the strongest stocks and waiting for pullbacks. Even though that's a valid strategy, I still want to have something that I want to do leading up to that moment. So anyways, that's enough of me kind of ranting about my performance or my thoughts. So thanks for listening, and talk to you tomorrow. Hello, this is Will again. I forgot to mention about my after hour trade on the spies yesterday. So as I said yesterday, I bought some spies at 136, I believe 136.30, somewhere around here. I bought it because Alcoa reported great, and I thought that today was going to be a nice gap up day, and I was right. And but as you can see, it didn't really have too much follow through. Kind of gapped up and just kind of stalled. I set my stop below 137, and I was stopped out. So Still a pretty good overnight 70 cent profit. So nothing wrong with that. Another thing I wanted to mention that I forgot to was RENN. A couple of days ago, I bought some long call options. I bought it, let's see, a couple of days ago. No, 1 day ago. I bought it somewhere in this area. I can't remember exactly, but I bought the May $6 calls. Right now it's in the money. Looks good. So the reason why I bought it, a couple of reasons. Kind of trending a little higher since whatever happened here, and I don't know, kind of consolidated below this area for quite a while. So any move above this with volume, where as you can see, obviously a pretty huge volume spike right here. So that's all I wanted to add.